You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses? Prodigies? Heroes? None of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Week 1 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this "do" sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gained there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 111. No, you can't change my name. This is my last bit of luck. The lucky spirit shook its head like a rattledrum, rejecting Lin Xiao's suggestion. Lin Xiao, so you know your luck is bad. How about changing the effect of the dice faces? How do I change it? What if the amplification effect can only be given to the summoned beasts on the field? Lin Xiao offered. The lucky spirit shook its head. No, master. The dice faces must be fair. This is a restriction of the talent's rules. Otherwise, it won't work. Lin Xiao explained. It's not unfair. The opponent can also get the amplification effect. After all, it's a gamble. There's always a win or loss, but it's just adding a restriction. Only summoned beasts are allowed to receive the amplification effect. The lucky spirit blinked, pondering Lin Xiao's words, then exclaimed, "Wow, master! You're a genius. How did you think of that?" So it's possible? The lucky spirit nodded like a chick pecking rice. It should be fine. I'll change the dice faces after this battle ends. Successfully killed the corrupted stone golem. Experience plus 2000. Successfully killed the corrupted stone golem. Experience plus 2000. Successfully killed the corrupted stone golem. Experience plus 2000. Do? Looking at the battle ahead, Lin Xiao suddenly thought, do monster derivatives count as a different kind of summoned beast? If so, they might also receive the gambler's amplification effect. We'll know once Lucky finishes the dice faces and we test it. Wave 92 of monsters is about to arrive. Please prepare for battle. The battle continued, but Lin Xiao's attention wasn't there. Instead, he was studying his own talents. He had accumulated quite a few talents these days, saving them for talent synthesis or advancement. Now I can advance one talent to the dazzling level. Which one should I upgrade first? Lin Xiao couldn't help but ponder. Having advanced talents twice before, he felt he couldn't just upgrade them haphazardly. Although dazzling level talents are powerful, they all have a certain peculiarity. For example, the Goblin King's Treasury, while capable of infinitely equipping weapons, requires at least legendary grade weapons. Lower grade ones will be weakened. However, this peculiarity was just Lin Xiao's guess, as he only had 2 dazzling level talents so far, which didn't provide much reference. Advance the Slime's Magic Apprentice. After some thought, Lin Xiao decided to upgrade the Slime's talent. Upgrading the enemy Death Knight's Killing Intent Fluctuation or Death Siphon carried significant risk. These 2 top-tier talents were his capital for fighting above his level. It would be troublesome if they weren't as useful after advancement. Magic Apprentice grants 1 spell a day. After advancement, it might grant Forbidden Curse level spells. Even with restrictions, there won't be much weakening. Having made his decision, Lin Xiao immediately proceeded with the advancement. Do you want to consume the talents Rotten Wood, Flower Language, Forgotten One, Heart of Wild Sand, King of Gale Wind? To advance the S-rank talent Magic Apprentice, Lin Xiao directly consumed 10 talents for advancement. The 10 S-rank talents immediately dissolved, turning into light and injecting into Magic Apprentice. Such extravagance could probably only be done by Lin Xiao. Advancement successful. Obtained talent. King of Forbidden Spells. Dazzling level. It really is a forbidden curse. Lin Xiao rejoiced and looked at the new talent. King of Forbidden Spells. Unable to learn spells below Forbidden Curse. All personal spells are elevated to Forbidden Curses. Mana consumption is doubled. Gain 1 Forbidden Curse every 7 days. All spells elevated to Forbidden Curses? Lin Xiao exclaimed. He had underestimated dazzling level talents. Now the slime had nearly 20 spells, and they could all be directly upgraded to Forbidden Curses. However, it can no longer learn low-level spells, only Forbidden Curse level ones. But gaining a Forbidden Curse every 7 days isn't too bad. However, it can no longer learn low-level spells, only Forbidden Curse level ones. But gaining a Forbidden Curse every 7 days isn't too bad. Slime's quality has increased to Epic, and you have received some feedback attributes. The slime, currently in battle, paused, suddenly hearing numerous notification sounds. All its spells had been upgraded. Zheng zheng zheng. Fire magic circles intertwined and converged in the sky. Then a giant rock fell, smashing violently towards the front. Boom! The ground shook. Instead of a large crater, a volcano formed, spewing not lava, but streams of fire dragons. The slime jumped up excitedly. Lin Xiao stared dumbfounded at the ground, turned to molten rock and exclaimed, "So strong! Is this a forbidden curse?" Ding! You have obtained 3 dazzling level talents, earning the achievement Dazzling Collector. Dazzling Collector. Every time you obtain 3 dazzling level talents, you randomly receive a special equipment. Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. Special equipment? Slime has obtained special equipment. Hat of the World Annihilator. In the distance, the slime seemed to sense something, looking up to find a wizard-shaped hat on its head. It's given directly to the slime? Lin Xiao was somewhat surprised and immediately looked at the hat's attributes. Hat of the World Annihilator. The first forbidden curse cast in battle is ineffective, but the power of forbidden curses is increased by 120%. 120% increase. Forbidden curses are already strong, and they can be boosted further? Truly worthy of being called the Hat of the World Annihilator. Lin Xiao couldn't help but sigh in admiration. The slime received a huge boost and its advance speed increased significantly, but its mana drained faster, making it difficult to sustain even with mana absorption. I need to get a mana recovery skill or talent for the slime. Congratulations! Your level has increased to 25. Upon reaching the 95th floor, the remaining 10% experience was finally achieved. Level 25. Lin Xiao took out the skill book. Summon Nine-Tailed Fox. Level 25. Quality, Rare. Applicable class, Summoner. Description: a summoned beast with excellent magical abilities, combining cunning and charm. With exclusive equipment, I wonder if there will be other changes. Lin Xiao was very much looking forward to it. Even Yao Tianyi, who had studied for over a decade, didn't know about exclusive equipment. His conclusion was that previous summoners were too weak to obtain exclusive equipment for their summoned beasts, which is why they were unaware. Summon Nine-Tailed Fox learned successfully. Lin Xiao then gave the equipment to the Nine-Tailed Fox. Orb of Deception equipped successfully. Detected that the Orb of Deception is for Fox-type summoned beasts, granting an additional special effect. Fox Demon's Art. When casting a skill, repeat the casting. Number of repetitions determined by the number of foxtails. Maximum 9 times. Repeat casting? Lin Xiao was shocked to see the equipment's additional skill. Who could withstand a skill being cast 9 times in a row? Is this exclusive equipment? It's too strong. Chapter 112. Talent Price of Blood triggered. Nine-Tailed Fox's level increased to 20. Lin Xiao raised the Nine-Tailed Fox's level, then summoned her. 9 large tails bloomed like a lotus, and an enchanting woman appeared before Lin Xiao, capable of toppling nations and bringing disaster to the people. Master! Hearing this voice, Lin Xiao felt his bones go soft. Lin Xiao took a deep breath, calming himself. He found that he could now understand King Zhou. This fox spirit was too charming. Nine-tailed fox. Race, fox. Quality, rare. Level, 20, 0%.
Constitution, 18 000.
Strength, 534. Intelligence, 2000. Agility, 121. Magic power, 3000. Spirit, 95. Exclusive weapon, Orb of Deception. Talent, none. Skills, Charm, Arc Light, Spell Traction, Foxfire, Phantom Step. Her attributes were not much different from a regular summoned beast. Still a bit lacking without a talent. Lin Xiao looked at the only remaining talent. Attribute switching. Switch between different attributes to fight. This talent felt very ordinary, so Lin Xiao had kept it. I still have one talent here. I don't know if it's suitable for you. Do you want it? Lin Xiao asked. The Nine-Tailed Fox smiled charmingly. As long as it's master's, I like it. All right, let's give it a try then. Talent, attribute switching, successfully bestowed. Nine-Tailed Fox evolves Nine-Tailed Demon Fox. Your summoned beast's quality has improved, gaining some feedback attributes. After obtaining the S-rank talent, Lin Xiao saw the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox's attributes directly double. Lin Xiao, let's see how effective the talent is. The Nine-Tailed Demon Fox nodded slightly, slowly closed her eyes, and then a red light emanated from her body, which then turned into flames. Her tails were ignited by the flames, and her aura lost some of its charm, gaining more of fire's dominance. Master, this is the fire form. When I use skills, they come with fire attribute attacks, and I also gained several fire element skills, the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox explained. Lin Xiao nodded. How many forms are there? Can you switch between them freely? There seem to be 7. I just got the talent and I'm not very familiar with it yet, so I can't switch freely. It's alright, just practice more. The slime received a huge boost. It, along with the Death Knight and Snow Girl doll, were practically unstoppable. However, Lin Xiao still let them leave some monsters for the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox to practice on. The lucky spirit, holding her dice, floated beside Lin Xiao, watching the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox fighting ahead, and couldn't help but ask, "Wow! Where did Master find such a big fox sister again? A new companion?" Lin Xiao said indifferently, then glanced at the dice in the lucky spirit's hand and said, "Aren't you going to assist? Why are you here slacking off?" "No way, throwing dice is also very tiring, and it consumes a lot of energy," the lucky spirit retorted. With these 2 days of fighting, the Nine-Tailed Demon Fox became more and more familiar with her talent, and could already switch between 2 forms at will. Her combat prowess was also not weak. While others threw 1 skill, she directly threw 10, which was enough to scare the opponent to death. The 100th wave of monsters is about to arrive. Please prepare for battle. Hint: you can pass by simultaneously killing the boss. As the starry sky filth appeared, Lin Xiao noticed 3 lizards following them. It's these 3 disgusting monsters. Lin Xiao immediately recalled the arduous battle in the special training room. The 3 needed to be killed simultaneously. If only one was killed, it would revive with full health after 1 minute. The most disgusting part was that while dealing with these 3 lizards, there were also many identical small monsters to obscure your vision. But clearly, there were none here. Without distractions, everything is much simpler. The Snow Girl doll immediately attacked and froze them, and the Slime and Death Knight quickly followed up with damage.
Boom!
The red lizard was instantly killed. Good. Quickly go kill the other one. As soon as Lin Xiao finished speaking, he saw a 5-second countdown above the dead red lizard's head. That fast! Lin Xiao was surprised. Before the slime could deal with the other blue lizard, the red lizard came back to life. General God must have been tormented here for a long time before moving such disgusting monsters to the special training room. Compared to the special training room, the lizard's resurrection time here was greatly reduced, and the difficulty directly skyrocketed. However, Lin Xiao already had techniques to deal with them. After all, in the special training room, he had been tormented by these 3 beasts quite a bit. Shasha, Zazizi. After a series of muffled static, the radio sound gradually became clear. National News Report. Let's start with major events. Yesterday morning, a large abyss dungeon appeared in Longquan City in the west. 2 batches of professionals have already perished. We mourn their bravery. The assault on the abyss dungeon is still ongoing. We believe they can successfully repel the abyss and restore the dungeon. We will continue to report on this later. Now for the next news item. Grandpa Nyo, fanning himself with a fan, listened to the radio on time. At this moment, Lin Xiao walked over and politely greeted. Good morning, Grandpa Nyo. Do you know what the sanctuary compass is? He got straight to the point. After the sanctuary core, he understood from the description that it was an item to activate the sanctuary compass. But he didn't know what the sanctuary compass was, or where it was, so he could only ask Grandpa Nyo. Since he was the gatekeeper of the temple dormitory, he should know what the sanctuary compass was. Grandpa Nyo was leisurely listening to the radio when Lin Xiao suddenly asked this, opening his eyes to look at him. Why are you suddenly asking about this? I got this, and it says it can activate the sanctuary compass, but I don't know what the sanctuary compass is or where it is, so I came to ask you. Lin Xiao took out the sanctuary core. Grandpa Nyo saw what Lin Xiao held in his hand and was so startled that he fell to the ground. You. Grandpa Nyo looked at the sanctuary core, then at Lin Xiao, becoming stammering for a moment. Where did you get this? You've already reached the 100th floor. Lin Xiao nodded. Just reached it yesterday. Grandpa Nyo's eyes immediately widened, his face filled with disbelief. Reaching the 100th floor less than a month after moving into the temple dormitory was simply unimaginable. So, what's this thing for? Grandpa Nyo was silent for a moment, then stood up, patted the dust off his clothes and said, Since you've got it, come with me. Saying that, he walked upstairs. Lin Xiao immediately followed him, hearing Grandpa Nyo say from ahead, Actually, the sanctuary core is used for a lottery. Lin Xiao was stunned, a hint of surprise in his voice. Lottery. Chapter 113. The sanctuary core was used for a lottery, which was truly unexpected for Lin Xiao. He thought that after getting the sanctuary core, he could exchange it with the sanctuary to lift the curse on him, but it seemed he had overthought it. Not necessarily. Maybe there's a prize on the compass that can lift my curse. Lin Xiao recalled the uncertain tone of the god of war when he offered a solution. After all, a lottery relies on luck. Grandpa Nyo, walking ahead, continued, Yes, it's a lottery. Those who can obtain the sanctuary core are all very talented professionals, and this can be considered the sanctuary's reward to you. As he finished speaking, he didn't forget to glance at Lin Xiao, who was following behind. This wasn't a genius. This was a monster. Who could obtain the sanctuary core so quickly? Upon reaching the second floor, Grandpa Nyo led Lin Xiao in another direction. Only then did Lin Xiao notice that a room was hidden here. Taking out a key, he unlocked the copper lock on the door. Grandpa Nyo didn't push the door open but stepped back a few paces, giving the spot to Lin Xiao. Go in, the sanctuary compass is inside. The sanctuary will guide you. Okay. Lin Xiao nodded, then pushed the door open and entered. Passing through the door, Lin Xiao felt as if he had entered another space. Above and below him was a brilliant starry sky, exceptionally dazzling. In front, a giant compass stood, with a slot beside it. Insert the sanctuary core to activate the sanctuary compass. Shout stop, and the sanctuary compass will cease turning. The sanctuary's prompt sounded. Lin Xiao stepped forward, his gaze sweeping over the compass, which contained many good items. Holy Light Dragon Rider Armor. Level 80. Starlight Unicorn Summon. Level 70. Divine Protection and Holy Blessing Potion. Purification of the God of Light. Self-selected class set. Self-selected class weapon. The compass was divided into 20 areas, but not all areas were equal. The largest area was, there are really a lot of good things. Lin Xiao drooled, his attention still fixed on the, perhaps this is the reward the God of War spoke of. This is a divine level power. It will definitely be able to purify the curse on me. Lin Xiao took out the sanctuary core and threw it in. The compass immediately began to spin, getting faster and faster. My luck has always been pretty good, Lin Xiao muttered, his eyes fixed on the rapidly spinning compass. When he felt it was time, he immediately shouted, "Stop!" The compass gradually slowed down. Lin Xiao stared at the, "It's almost there. It's there. Stop quickly." Crack. Ultimately, the compass stopped on the gray area of, "Damn it. Just a little bit more." Lin Xiao wanted to curse. It had clearly stopped there, but then it stubbornly moved a little further. But what is this question mark? A random reward. Lin Xiao was curious about the reward in this area. After all, you have obtained the qualification for the God's Assembly Hall. Lin Xiao was full of doubts. God's Assembly Hall? Do you wish to enter the God's Assembly Hall dungeon? If you refuse, it will be considered an automatic forfeiture of this opportunity. Divine dungeon? Lin Xiao was shocked. He hadn't expected to draw something like this. A divine dungeon, did he have the ability to clear it? Is there a risk of death in the dungeon? Lin Xiao immediately asked. Upon death, you will automatically exit the dungeon. It's good as long as I don't really die. Lin Xiao immediately felt relieved. Since there was no danger, not going in would be foolish, a waste of this opportunity. Enter. Opening the Dungeon God's Assembly Hall. Please wait. Outside the door, Grandpa Nyo patiently waited for Lin Xiao to come out. I wonder what this kid will get. Qin Chuan previously drew a self-selected class weapon, and his strength improved a lot. Perhaps this kid can get a good summoned beast. After all, he's a summoner, and a summoned beast is what he needs most. Just as Grandpa Nyo was anticipating, the sanctuary shook violently. What happened? Grandpa Nyo immediately grabbed the railing on the balcony to prevent falling. At this moment, light shot out from under the door crack, and an indescribable aura emanated. This is... Grandpa Nyo's eyes widened like ox bells as he looked at the door in shock, full of disbelief. No. This is impossible. How can this guy be so outrageous? That's only a 1% chance. He had thought it was already absurd that Lin Xiao got the sanctuary core in less than a month, but he never expected it could be this absurd. After agreeing, Lin Xiao was once again teleported to a special space. After his vision recovered, he found himself sitting in a chair, with an oval long table placed in front of him. I finally waited for you. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Lin Xiao looked in the direction of the voice and saw a woman sitting opposite him. Her appearance was obscured by mist, making it impossible to see what she looked like. Even the abyssal I could not read her information. She didn't even have a name. Are you a god? What do you mean by waiting for me for a long time? Lin Xiao asked. The woman smiled slightly. Nice to meet you. I am the god of destiny. God of destiny? Lin Xiao was startled. The reason I said I've been waiting for you for a long time is because I glimpsed destiny and saw that you would definitely come here, so I waited here. If the other party was truly the god of destiny, it was not surprising that she knew he would come. Lin Xiao, you waited for me specifically? Do you need something from me? The god of destiny shook her finger. It's not that I need something from you. It's that you need help regarding the curse in your body, right? Lin Xiao asked directly. That's right. Do you have a solution? The god of destiny smiled slightly. Of course. But it's not that simple if you want me to tell you. What do you need me to do? There was no such thing as a free lunch. Lin Xiao knew that. Even if the other party was a god. A wager. A wager. Lin Xiao was stunned. Guess heads or tails. If you win, I'll tell you how to lift the curse. Saying that, she tossed a coin in front of Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao glanced at the coin. The front was the sanctuary, and the back was a flower. What if I lose? Lin Xiao asked. If you lose, I'll randomly take one epic grade equipment from you. You can keep wagering with me until you win. If you run out of equipment, then I'll take your talents, your summoned beast, until you have nothing left and leave the dungeon in disgrace. Listening to the god of destiny's words, Lin Xiao felt that he wasn't facing a god, but a complete gambler. If I win, can I continue to wager? Lin Xiao asked. The god of destiny smiled charmingly. Win? You won't win. I've glimpsed destiny. You will lose everything and then leave the dungeon. Chapter 114, Peering into Destiny. Will lose. Lin Xiao frowned. If that's the case, wouldn't he be unable to win? However, he didn't believe in such things at all. Destiny and such were all just tricks. The god of destiny continued. The temple pattern is heads, and the star flower is tails. You flip, I guess. I choose one side and you automatically choose the other. How about it? Lin Xiao looked at the coin in his hand, studied it for a moment, and finding no signs of tampering, he nodded and agreed. No problem. The god of destiny excitedly said. Then let's start quickly. I'm already a bit impatient. Ding! Lin Xiao flicked his thumb, and the coin made a crisp sound as it was tossed high into the air. The god of destiny stared at the coin flipping in midair and smiled slightly. Heads. Ding-a-ling. The coin landed on the table, creating a blur, then stopped. The temple pattern was facing up. I won. The god of destiny smiled, then reached out and grabbed in Lin Xiao's direction, and a piece of equipment was immediately stripped from his body. Oh? It's evil dragon equipment. You're not high level, yet you have such equipment. That's quite surprising. Lin Xiao's expression was a bit grim. Aren't you the god of destiny? Don't you know everything? How could you not know I have evil dragon equipment? The god of destiny put the equipment away with satisfaction. Why would I use my abilities on such a boring matter? Of course, if I wanted to, I wouldn't just know what equipment you have. I'd even know what color you're wearing today. Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. Is that so? Then tell me. You're wearing... The god of destiny stopped halfway through her sentence. Do you think I'm stupid? I wouldn't do something so boring. Anyway, you'll lose everything to me in the end, and then I'll know. Hurry up and continue. Lin Xiao hesitated for a moment, then tossed the coin again. Ding! Heads. The coin landed, and it was still the temple pattern facing up. Ha! I won again. The god of destiny reached out and grabbed, and another piece of equipment was taken away. Wow, more evil dragon equipment. You really have a lot of good stuff on you, kid. You actually have 2 pieces of evil dragon equipment. Lin Xiao's face was dark. Losing 2 rounds in a row didn't put him in a good mood. I'll flip and I'll guess first, Lin Xiao suddenly said. The god of destiny happily put away the equipment, then said, I'll let you have one. Anyway, destiny won't change. Ding! The coin was tossed into the air again. Tails. The coin landed, and Lin Xiao's face was darker than charcoal. The temple side was facing up. It was heads. Ha ha ha. I still won. The god of destiny laughed heartily. I've already seen the revelation of destiny. You'll come in, and then leave the dungeon dejectedly. Reaching out, another piece of epic-grade equipment was taken by the god of destiny. And more. Kid, you wouldn't have collected all the evil dragon equipment, would you? I heard that if you collect all the evil dragon equipment, you can summon the evil dragon. I wonder if it's true. The god of destiny clicked her tongue in wonder. She already had 3 pieces of evil dragon equipment. At this moment, Lin Xiao's face was very grim. Losing 3 times in a row made him wonder if the god of destiny was cheating, or if, as she said, destiny was already set. If the outcome was already determined, was there any point in continuing to gamble? No, there's no such thing as predetermined destiny. I've never believed in such things. Lin Xiao tossed the coin again and said, "You guess." "No problem, Tails." The coin fell, Starflower facing up. "Sorry, I won again. Let me see how many good things you still have on you." The god of destiny reached out to Lin Xiao again, and the last piece of evil dragon equipment was taken by her. "Wow, this is the 4th piece. Do you really have a set of evil dragon equipment?" Lin Xiao said with a dark face. "No, only 4 pieces. Is that so? That's a pity. But I'll find the last piece and see if it can really revive the evil dragon." The god of destiny put on the evil dragon equipment, striking a few cool poses from time to time. Who knows if she was deliberately showing off to Lin Xiao. "Are you really the god of destiny?" Lin Xiao couldn't help but ask. "Why, don't I look like it?" "No." Lin Xiao shook his head. "Then what do you think the god of destiny should look like? High and mighty? Mysterious and unfathomable? Speaking like a riddle? That would be too boring." Indeed, as she said, Lin Xiao felt that the god of destiny should be like this. But now that he saw her, the god of destiny was gambling with him like a gambler, making Lin Xiao repeatedly doubt if she was a fake. "Now it's much more interesting. I tell you the outcome of destiny directly, you don't believe it, you struggle to resist, and in the end, you find that nothing can be changed. Isn't that much more fun and entertaining? Don't you think it's more interesting than a riddle solver?" The god of destiny smiled, looking expectant. "Lin Xiao. Vicious. This personality is too vicious. Let's continue. Next time the coin will be heads." Lin Xiao's thumb, poised to toss the coin, paused. He glanced at the other party and saw the god of destiny looking at him confidently. "This guy." Ding! The coin was tossed, spinning countless times in the air, then landed on the table. The temple pattern was facing up. Heads. Lin Xiao's face turned completely dark. Could he really lose everything here? He had to find a way quickly. You see, destiny is already set. No one can defy it." The god of destiny rubbed her hands. "Let me see what other good things you have on you." Reaching out, a bracelet appeared in the god of destiny's hand. It was the grass bracelet. "Oh, your equipment is all so good. Why are you wearing a piece of junk?" The god of destiny curiously played with it. "Oh, no, this is Hyland's bracelet. Wow, kid, you even have equipment like this," the god of destiny exclaimed. Seeing the god of destiny's shocked expression, Lin Xiao was surprised and asked, "Hyland's bracelet?" He remembered that Serena also valued the grass set highly, thinking this equipment was not simple, but he didn't expect it to arouse such high interest from a god. The god of destiny looked at it repeatedly before confirming. Although it's been sealed several times and turned into junk, it is indeed Hyland's bracelet. There's no mistake. Take it to that guy to modify it, and it should be restored. You really are a huge treasure. Kid, you've given me too many surprises. At this, the god of destiny, beaming with pride, put on the bracelet, then thought of something. You still carry such trashy equipment on you? Have you collected a complete set? It must be. Although the set attribute is a bit trashy, it's still pretty good for you right now. Otherwise you wouldn't be wearing it. Wow. You actually managed to collect a complete set. How did you do it? The god of destiny was extremely excited. However, Hyland's jewelry will soon be mine. Hurry up and start. Chapter 115. I do have the complete jewelry set on me. Lin Xiao paused, then continued. How about we change the terms of the bet? Change the terms? How do you want to bet? Betting item by item takes too much time. Let's decide the winner in one go. If you win, I give you all my equipment. If I win, you return all the equipment you won previously, and you must also tell me the method to remove the curse. The god of destiny shook her head and refused. I don't want that. Don't take me for a fool. Not just the equipment, but your summoned beast, talent, and so on are all mine. Taking only the equipment now is too much of a loss. Besides, you were going to lose anyway. This kind of bet gives me no advantage. The god of destiny looked like she wasn't easily fooled. Lin Xiao only suggested terms that benefited himself. His stakes remained unchanged from before. Didn't you say I was guaranteed to lose? So what are you afraid of? Lin Xiao retorted. The god of destiny was momentarily speechless. Or perhaps, your destiny revelation isn't actually accurate? Lin Xiao delivered a fatal blow. Who said that? Destiny cannot be changed. If I say you lose everything, you lose everything. Destiny stood firm. What are you afraid of? Who said I was afraid? Let's bet. I'm not scared of you. We'll do it your way. Lin Xiao immediately showed a brilliant smile. The god of destiny? Only then did the god of destiny realize that she had agreed in a moment of haste. She said angrily, You little brat, how dare you trick me? Quickly add your talent and summoned beast to the stakes. With the rule change, even if Lin Xiao lost in the end, the opponent would only take his equipment. I don't agree. Lin Xiao turned his head away. You! The god of destiny was furious. Since Lin Xiao disagreed, she couldn't change the rules on her own. Rules must be agreed upon by both parties. The god of destiny angrily leaned back against the chair. I'm so mad. Hurry up and start. Ding. Lin Xiao tossed the coin. Heads. The god of destiny closed her eyes, leaning back in the chair, saying with extreme confidence. However, just as the coin was halfway down, Lin Xiao stretched out his palm and slapped it down hard. Bah! The coin landed directly on the table, covered. The god of destiny was woken up by the sudden vibration and saw Lin Xiao smiling at her. Sorry you lost. It was tails this time. When he lifted his palm, the star flower pattern was facing up. The god of destiny widened her eyes. You cheated. How can you touch the coin a second time? This round doesn't count. Cheating? I didn't cheat. Isn't this how you toss a coin? Besides, the rules didn't specify that you couldn't cover the coin with your hand. Did they? I was just preventing you from cheating since you guessed so early. Lin Xiao explained with a smile. You. Hearing Lin Xiao bite back at her, she was so angry that her aura became unstable. Then she watched as Lin Xiao reached out and grabbed back all the equipment he had just won. See, if I had cheated, I shouldn't have been able to take back my equipment. Lin Xiao smiled, not forgetting to strike a blow against the god of destiny. It seems, Miss God of Destiny, your destiny revelation isn't accurate after all. Starlight flashed, the long table and chairs vanished, and the god of destiny appeared beside Lin Xiao. Interesting, truly fascinating. Is this your way of resisting destiny? Lin Xiao glanced at her and said flatly, I never believed in such things. You lost. Tell me the method to remove the curse. The god of destiny smiled slightly. I won't be a rogue like you. Lin Xiao, the god of destiny said, a large part of the curse you received is actually fused with the power of the curse god, and ordinary power cannot remove it. Lin Xiao interjected, even using the Venus blessing couldn't remove it? Isn't Venus also a deity?
Venu.
The god of destiny was stunned, a little surprised. You actually used Venus's power? Then she added, although Venus is also a deity, her level is too low. She is a low-tier god. Since the curse god is a mid-tier god, it's normal that it couldn't remove the curse. Lin Xiao, So I should ask the god of light for help? He thought of one of the rewards from the sanctuary compass. The god of light? That guy disappeared ages ago. Finding him is harder than ascending to heaven. The god of destiny paused, then continued. Actually, the method is very simple. You don't need help from any god. You just need to go to the Tower of Heaven. The Tower of Heaven? An unexpected answer. Yes. The god of destiny nodded. It's just that your current level isn't high enough. Come find me when your level is sufficient, and I'll tell you the specific method. Lin Xiao, who was it just now that said they didn't like riddle solvers? The god of destiny. All right, you brat. You actually used my own words against me. Fine, I'll tell you. On the 95th floor of the Tower of Heaven, there is a city lord of light. You just need to obtain his heart. The 95th floor of the Tower of Heaven? Lin Xiao was stunned, then retorted. But to climb to the 95th floor, you need at least level 80, right? In my current situation, I can't even pass the level 60 threshold. If he couldn't awaken, he couldn't level up to level 60. Once he awakened, the curse would trigger. The monsters above the 80th floor of the Tower of Heaven are almost all level 80, 90, or possibly even level 100. Even the god of war only reached the 80th floor. It wasn't that his strength was insufficient, but that he didn't have time to continue climbing. That's why I said, come find me when you have the ability to enter the Tower of Heaven. I have a way to get you to the 95th floor, the god of destiny said mysteriously. A way to go directly to the 95th floor. All right, I'll come find you after I reach level 30. Level 30 is the minimum level required to enter the Tower of Heaven. Lin Xiao thought for a moment and asked again. You said the grass set was sealed. Is there any way to unseal it? Use modification stones. Modification stones can remove some seals, but removing all of them might be difficult. The god of destiny did not hide anything and told Lin Xiao directly. Modification stones. Lin Xiao remembered having quite a few of those. They would come in handy. I understand. Lin Xiao nodded, but was stopped just as he was about to exit the dungeon. Wait a moment. What if I told you that your ultimate victory was actually the result of destiny? Would you believe it? The god of destiny suddenly asked. No. Lin Xiao replied very bluntly. Why? Because your claim of knowing my destiny is false. The god of destiny subconsciously blurted out, how did you know? She then added, are you implying that I, the god of destiny, am also fake? Lin Xiao shrugged. I didn't say that. I only said your words were false. You didn't peer into my destiny at all. You were just making things up. File, just as Lin Xiao had just said. Of course, he only figured it out during the third round of the bet. How did you know? The god of destiny didn't believe Lin Xiao had seen through her. Lin Xiao was speechless. You yourself said you don't use your abilities casually, and you like to manipulate other people's destiny and find amusement in them. Most of what you say must be fabricated. The god of destiny was momentarily stunned by Lin Xiao's analysis, then burst into laughter. Yes, absolutely right. Lin Xiao, you truly are an interesting fellow. I look forward to our next meeting. Chapter 116. Congratulations on clearing the dungeon. God's Assembly Hall. Reward obtained. Coin of Destiny. After leaving the dungeon, Lin Xiao returned to the sanctuary compass. There's actually an extra reward? Lin Xiao was somewhat surprised. He took out the Coin of Destiny. Half golden, half silvery white, joined together. The left and right sides were imprinted with the sun and moon, while the back featured a sanctuary pattern. Coin of Destiny, unique bound toss during combat. Heads. Randomly obtain an effect. Tails. A thunderbolt strikes down. Cooldown, 3 minutes. The effect is a bit like the Lucky Spirit's talent, but it's actually bound, only usable by me. Lin Xiao didn't think much of this item. He had a feeling that this binding was intentional by the god of destiny. At worst, I just won't use it. Given the god of destiny's personality of enjoying mischief, Lin Xiao felt that using it would lead to bad things happening, regardless of whether it was heads or tails. A random effect, who knows what kind of effect it might be. The next goal is to level up to 30. He had already obtained the Tower of Heaven entrance ticket in the Southern Valley dungeon, so he didn't need to worry about that. Besides, level 30 was coming soon, only 5 levels away. Before going to the next dungeon, I should first go get the grass set upgraded and modified. Sharpening the axe doesn't delay the work of cutting wood. The grass set might be even stronger after modification and upgrading. Pushing the door open to leave, he saw Grandpa Nyo, who had been waiting outside for him. Grandpa Nyo quickly stepped forward, excitedly grabbing Lin Xiao's arms. Did you draw the God's Assembly Hall? You must have drawn it, right? This was the first time Lin Xiao had seen Grandpa Nyo so excited, so he nodded. Yes. Which god did you meet? Grandpa Nyo continued to press. The god of destiny. The goddess of fate? Grandpa Nyo widened his eyes in disbelief. Is that the most mysterious, most elusive high god? Lin Xiao. He really wanted to complain that the god of destiny was a jerk with a terrible personality. But seeing Grandpa Nyo's expression, he couldn't bring himself to discourage the old man, so he could only nod. Heaven bless Daxia. We have finally produced another God-favored one. This is truly great. God-favored one? What is a God-favored one? Lin Xiao asked, confused. Grandpa Nyo patiently explained. The so-called God-favored one is someone who meets a god and receives the god's blessing. The method to meet a god is by passing the God's Assembly Hall dungeon. In the God's Assembly Hall dungeon, you will randomly meet a god. After communicating with them, you can receive their blessing. This is what a God-favored one is. Becoming a God-favored one will significantly increase your attributes, and your combat power will be elevated to a new level. I originally thought Qin Chuan had a chance to become the next God-favored one, but I didn't expect it to be you. Listening to Grandpa Nyo's words, Lin Xiao wore a strange expression. Communicate with a god? She was clearly gambling with him, and he had almost lost all his equipment to her. And he hadn't received any blessing either. Could it be that that person had withheld it? Grandpa Nyo, I don't seem to have received a blessing, but I did get this. Lin Xiao took out the coin of destiny. No blessing received? Grandpa Nyo was stunned, but upon seeing the coin of destiny in Lin Xiao's hand, he relaxed and asked, Did the goddess of fate gift this to you? You could say that. I obtained it after clearing the dungeon. Grandpa Nyo, then that must be it. The goddess of fate belongs to the high gods, so maybe it isn't so easy for her to bestow a blessing. However, being able to obtain a token from the goddess of fate proves that she thinks highly of you. You will still have a chance to receive a blessing later. Think highly of him. Lin Xiao didn't think so in his heart. He felt that that person wanted to win away the equipment on his body at every moment. However, Lin Xiao still went along with Grandpa Nyo's words and said, That's good then. After ending the conversation, Lin Xiao went to Mingxin Lake to find Yao Tianyi, but seeing him drunk, he left directly. Afterwards, he took out his phone and called Vice Principal Song Mingzhong. You want to find someone to modify equipment? A small matter. Go to the Adventurers Association headquarters and find a guy named Chao Yang. His technique is quite good, and his success rate is high, Song Mingzhong said. Okay, thank you. Small matter. Adventurers Association headquarters. The scale here was countless times larger than the Don City Adventurers Association. There were many areas he had never seen before. Training rooms, battle rooms. There were even hotel rooms. The facilities were very complete. Hello. Where is the equipment modification room? Lin Xiao strolled around once, but even though the sign said it was on this floor, he still couldn't find it and had to ask the staff here. Keep walking forward, then turn right, then turn left, and then turn right again, and that's it. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Following the route indicated by the staff, Lin Xiao quickly found the equipment modification room. It was very hot here, physically hot. Brother Chao, thanks for the reinforcement this time. I'm sorry to trouble you every time. What are you talking about? It's no problem for you to always come to me. I don't often get the chance to touch epic-grade equipment. Lin Xiao, you're also here to reinforce equipment. Qin Chuan had just come out from inside when he saw Lin Xiao approaching. Lin Xiao nodded. I'm here to modify equipment. The vice principal told me to come find a senior named Chao Yang, saying his technique is quite good. That old guy told you to come here. A burly man with a towel draped over his shoulder raised an eyebrow. Hello, my name is Lin Xiao. Chao Yang waved his hand. Skip the pleasantries. What equipment do you want to modify? This one. Lin Xiao took out the grass set. Chao Yang glanced at the equipment's attributes and frowned. You're bringing such trash equipment to be modified? Is your family running a gold mine? Such trash equipment, yet the set effect is surprisingly powerful. Kid, are you sure you want to modify it? Although the equipment's attributes are a bit trashy, the set effect is still pretty good. If you modify it, the effect might change and become weaker. It's not worth it. Chao Yang kindly offered a reminder. Modify it, please, Senior Chao Yang. It was no surprise that Chao Yang couldn't tell the equipment was sealed. If the god of destiny hadn't told him, he wouldn't have known either. What a pity, but since it's your request, I can't say much more. Do you have your own modification stones?
Chao Yang asked.
Ido.
Lin Xiao took out all his modification stones. Good guy, you actually have this many. Seeing Lin Xiao take out so many modification stones, Chao Yang was also very surprised, then immediately took 3. You don't need this many. 3 will do. Lin Xiao shoved all the modification stones over. Senior, take them all. If there are any left, give them back to me. He was afraid there wouldn't be enough. After all, even the god of destiny envied this set of equipment. Alright, just wait outside. It's hot inside, and equipment of this grade only takes 10 minutes or so. After speaking, Chao Yang took the grass set and entered the modification room. Chapter 117. Seeing Qin Chuan preparing to leave, Lin Xiao called out to him. Senior brother Qin, do you know which dungeon gives more experience? Or if there are any dungeons that haven't been cleared for the first time yet? Qin Chuan was familiar with this area and should know about the dungeons near the imperial capital. Don't even think about first clear dungeons. What kind of place is the imperial capital? Any new dungeon that appears is immediately snatched up. There are a few dungeons with high experience, but the difficulty is relatively high, Qin Chuan said after thinking for a moment. As long as it's a dungeon level 30, or below 35, I'll be fine, Lin Xiao added. Dungeons up to level 35 are fine? Are you already level 30? Qin Chuan glanced at Lin Xiao in surprise. How long had he been at Imperial Capital University to reach level 30 already? That was too terrifying. Lin Xiao knew Qin Chuan misunderstood and explained, It's not that exaggerated. I entered the Southern Creek Valley dungeon before and gained a few levels. I'm only level 25 now. That's still not simple, wanting to challenge a dungeon 10 levels higher. Qin Chuan felt a bit of admiration. He then said, If you insist on challenging it, considering your advantage as a summoner, there is a dungeon that suits you. However, this dungeon is a bit special. Even level 40 professionals have died in it. Lin Xiao immediately became interested upon hearing this. What dungeon is it? King's Ruins. King's Ruins? Qin Chuan nodded, took out his phone, scanned 2 bottles of water from the side, handed one to Lin Xiao, and continued. This dungeon isn't large, only 4 map rooms. However, each room contains a small boss and no other small mobs. Only after defeating these 4 small bosses can you challenge the dungeon's final boss. The experience is also quite substantial. A small boss on king level difficulty gives 100,000 experience points, and clearing the dungeon gives 600,000 experience. The dungeon is all bosses? Lin Xiao's eyes lit up. No wonder Qin Chuan said it suited him. If there's only one boss with his mass-beating technique, no one could withstand it. But there was one thing Lin Xiao wasn't entirely satisfied with. Does this dungeon not have a nightmare-level difficulty? Lin Xiao asked. Nightmare difficulty? Qin Chuan was stunned for a moment, then replied, It does exist, but the nightmare level is too difficult. I don't recommend you challenge it. To date, fewer than 10 teams have cleared the nightmare level difficulty. Lin Xiao smiled slightly. How will I know without trying? King's Ruins. This dungeon was exactly right for him. Seeing Lin Xiao's eager demeanor, Qin Chuan couldn't help but recall the time he solo cleared the Abyss dungeon. He tentatively asked, "You aren't planning to solo clear it, are you? That would be far too risky." "I don't like teaming up with others," Lin Xiao said plainly. "You really are going to solo clear it?" Qin Chuan admired Lin Xiao's courage. However, he didn't stop him. Anyone who could live in the temple dormitory was not simple and possessed their own arrogance. "How about this? I just received a commission. The client needs to collect materials from the King's Ruins. I'll pass it to you, and you can team up with him. Don't refuse yet. The other person's class is priest, and their sideline is pharmacy, making them a pharmacist. It would be good for you to get to know him, and it will also reduce the pressure on you in the dungeon. Get some understanding of the dungeon first. Soloing later won't be too late." Qin Chuan knew Lin Xiao would refuse, so he preemptively blocked his retreat. Seeing how serious Qin Chuan was, Lin Xiao found it difficult to refuse immediately. It wouldn't hurt to build a good relationship with a pharmacist. If the person was capable of making transparent potions, he would also have a channel to purchase them. Teaming up with him is fine, but I plan to enter the nightmare level difficulty. Wouldn't that be even more dangerous for him? Lin Xiao was a little confused. Don't worry about that. If there's danger, he runs faster than anyone. Plus, he's a priest and a pharmacist. Unless he's instantly killed, he won't die. Hearing Qin Chuan's assurance, Lin Xiao felt much more at ease. At least he wouldn't have to divide his attention to protect him. "I'll send you his contact information. You can contact him later." "All right." After receiving the contact information, Lin Xiao prepared to call the person out. Just then, the door to the modification room was pushed open, and Chao Yang excitedly rushed out. "You little rascal, the equipment you gave me was sealed. No wonder you gave me so many modification stones. Did you know this all along?" Chao Yang asked, looking like he was about to settle a score with Lin Xiao. "Lin Xiao, the seal was successfully broken?" "Of course. This set of equipment is not simple. It actually has multiple layers of equipment, and I couldn't even break all the seals." Chao Yang took out the grass set. "I always thought I could enhance, forge, and modify any equipment, but today I met my match. When my skills improve further, I hope you'll give me the equipment, and I'll unseal it for you for free." Lin Xiao smiled slightly upon hearing this. "That's naturally no problem. Besides senior brother Chao Yang, I don't think anyone else has this ability." "Ha ha ha. Kid, I like what you said." Lin Xiao immediately checked the attributes of the new equipment. Earth Preservation Bracelet. Quality, Legend. Wearing level, No level. Attribute. Constitution plus 10,000. Healing effect plus 50%. Earth Preservation Set, 0/3 not activated.
Heurte préservation pendant.
Quality, Legend. Wearing level, No level. Attribute. Constitution plus 10,000. Healing effect plus 50%. Earth Preservation Set, 0/3 not activated. Earth Preservation Earring. Quality, Legend. Wearing level, No level. Attribute. Constitution plus 10,000. Healing effect plus 5%. Earth Preservation Set, 0/3 not activated. It was another simple and unadorned Constitution attribute bonus, but compared to before it was 100 times greater, plus the extra healing effect. But none of that was important. What was important was the grass, now to be called the Earth Preservation Set. The value of these 3 pieces of equipment was never the attributes, but the set effect. Upon wearing them, the Earth Preservation Set effect immediately appeared. Earth Preservation Set, 3/3. Attribute. Constitution plus 30,000. Healing effect plus 150%. Effect 1, Earth Preservation. Overhealing forms a special shield. Effect 2, Earth Revival. Resurrects immediately upon death. Removes all negative effects on self. Restores 100% health. And increases self-attributes by 100%. Duration, 3 minutes. Cooldown, 3 hours. Seeing the set's attributes, Lin Xiao's mouth dropped wide enough to swallow a large egg. The effects had changed, the recovery ability and life-saving abilities were gone. But they were stronger and more outrageous than before. What was even more outrageous was the resurrection effect. Although the cooldown was as high as 4 hours, it was completely worth it. After all, this was a rare resurrection ability. Before starting the fight, if I desperately heal myself, I estimate the opponent will have a hard time breaking the shield. As expected of the Earth Preservation set, it lives up to its name.